All right, Booker. We have our lawn care guy with us today, Mr. D. So we're going to talk about good old summer lawn care. And Booker, we have a couple of questions for you. So number one, which is a common question, what is the most common diseases in lawns right now?
This time of the year, we see a lot of disease in our lawn this time. Number one, probably brown patch. We see a lot of brown patch on our lawn. It's caused by hot and humid weather. Okay. And we done have some hot and humid weather. Too much, and also you can give it too much nitrogen fertilizer. Okay. So you want to hold back on your nitrogen fertilizer when you see brown patch. And also compact soil. Aerate that soil. And I did that to my soil last year, and that made a big difference in the lawn diseases. Okay. Because I did have a brown patch. Okay. And I noticed spring dead spot. Cutting your grass too short. Now this time you start cutting that grass, you don't want to cut it too short. Most lawn grass need to be 2 to 3 inches tall. Okay. And also, disease on your lawn, bag that grass. Sometimes the lead clipping on the lawn, but now when you got disease, bag that grass.
Right. Okay, because we don't want that to spread, right?
Right. And next is powdery mildew. You see a lot of powdery mildew where the grass stay wet a long time, poor air circulation. You see that grass begin to turn white. That's called powdery mildew. Most in on your cool season grass, you'll see that a lot of times. And also, again, avoid high nitrogen fertilizer. Okay. Okay. And grass under trees can cause that too. Water early in the morning time. Right. Let that grass dry off before nighttime. Okay. Another thing is fair rain. And that's come when you have a lot of dead stump or something in your lawn and it begin ready to rot out. Okay. That can cause that fair rain. You see them a lot of time after rain where the little mushroom in your soil start popping up.
I've seen that.
I see it I had that, Chris.
You will admit that?
I admit that. I had a tree in my lawn and had it removed. Okay. And every time it rained, you'll see those mushrooms come up. It's not hurting anything, just there. They'll go away. Once everything rot and decay, you'll see it go away. Okay. Then you say a dollar spot. And dollar spot is called by poor drainage. We do have a lot of soil that drain poorly now. If water stand after the rain, you're probably gonna start seeing dollar spots begin to pop up. Okay. Check the soil pH. You want this soil pH between 6.0 and 6.5. All right. And the only way you can do that is by what? A soil test. You cannot go out there and gas at it. And also cut the grass at the recommended height. Okay. Don't cut it too low. Now, I cut my grass low twice. And then when I do those first couple cutting, then I let my mower up and keep it at the right height. Okay. And another thing, we need to make sure we water our grass early in the morning time. Get that grass time to dry off before nightfall. Two things do that, and a lot of times these diseases can be controlled by culture practice. Right. You don't want to go out there and start adding a lot of chemical to your lawn, because that's the first thing we do. What can I spray on my lawn and get rid of it? If you keep just spraying chemicals on there, it's going to come back again next year. But you want to try to find the problem, see what's wrong with the problem, then try to correct the problem. Then you'll have less diseases on there. But hot humidity, overwatering. And another thing we get disease on our lawn is we cutting our grass with a dull mow blade. We need to have that mow blade sharp. Sharpen that mow blade. Keep that blade sharp in there. I sharpen mine at least 2 or 3 times during the growing season to make sure that I have a good sharp cut. Another thing, it cuts your grass in different directions. You need to try to go a different direction and keep it and make that grass stands up. Okay. And because you're going the same way, you're laying that grass down. Right. I had a lady call me out there one time and said, my grass is turning brown all the time when I just cut it. And I said, let me go look at that. I said, when you had the lawnmower blade sharp? She said, I never have. It'll beating it down. Yeah, it wasn't cutting it down.
Yeah, no clean cut, right?
No clean cut. Now, if you're going to aerate your lawn, you got warm season grass or you got cool season grass. You aerate it when the grass begin to come out and grow. Now, you still can do your Bermuda grass right now, but I would try to do it in the evening time now. I don't want that roast exposure to hot weather all during the day right quick. I'll get a little cool off period at night. Okay. But aerated, you'll see a big difference in your lawn thing in there.
Okay. And let me ask you this. So can a fungus kill your grass? Is that a possibility?
Over a period of time, it will. You don't have over 2 or 3 years, because if you're not like spring dead spot, you have it during that year, but during that growing season, it'll go back in there. It'll cover it up. Okay. But each year, it'll get larger and larger. If you don't do something to control that problem, it eventually will kill your grass.
Okay. Now, look, there's somebody out there watching, and they're like, okay, Booker, we understand your cultural practices, but I just want something to kill it. So what can they use to actually control some of your lawn diseases?
Well, a lot of things they might want to know what disease they have first. Okay. You got spring dead spot, and you got a brown patch. It's different fungicide to control that. The best thing to do is check on your hardware stores and see know what disease you have. If you don't know, you can bring by our office. We'll look at it for you and tell you. Then you can go by the hardware store and get you a fungicide to control that disease on there. But that's the most important thing. But know what disease you have, because different control for different diseases.
Okay, sure.
And a lot of people want to know will it affect my booty grass, will it affect my zoysia grass. Fungus most affects a lot of grass. Okay. Yeah, you will see it on that.
Okay. So why do I have moss on my lawn? Yeah, that's a common question.
People like moss. I like moss. No, I don't have moss, but I've seen a lady with just a lot of moss on her bread, and she water her moss just like she take care of her grass, cause in the shade. A lot of times when you have moss on your lawn, it's really, you have a compact soil, could have poor drainage, and normally it's in shade. You see a lot of time in shade. Normally when water kind of stand when it rains. You know, you don't drain fast, it'll kind of stay there, and then also you see that moss begin to grow in there. But if in a shaded location, and on a shade tree, okay. It's probably got poor drainage, and the poor drainage really big on that. Okay. Moss, but moss look really good.
It looks nice.
Some people say just let the moss take over and just grow where it grows, and don't try to control it. But you need to aerate it. Check the soil pH. Sometimes it's be a lot of acid soil. You need to check the soil pH. Might need to rate the soil pH some. Right. To get it in there. Keep that moss from.
Yeah, the moss looks good. If you keep the leaves off, Diane Mauchi's place has nice moss there. So a lot of people like it.
Well, yeah, we went down in Alabama, and this lady, this is all she had in her backyard, just moss, and she had a sprinkler system on her moss. Right. Watering that moss, keep it looking good.
Make sure it look good.
Make sure it look good. Yeah, so I guess one thing about moss, you won't have no other disease probably get into it.
Yeah, probably so.
That could be a problem, having growing moss in there.
Okay. Let me ask you about winter kill. So I'm sure you got a lot of questions at the office this year about winter kill. Why are we seeing so many cases with the winter kill? Specifically have to do with the cold winter we had?
With the weather. And a lot of times you see a lot of winter kill. Normally it's where you got a low area in your yard. Okay. And then when it rains, get cold, that water kind of stay there a period of time longer. Because I had winter kill, and the way my house faced it, I had everybody else, snow and ice were gone. Right. I had mine for about 2 or 3 days on there still. Okay. So that's why they stay on there a little period of time. You will see that winter kill begin to happen in there. So the best thing to do for winter kill, once the grass start coming out real good, get you all that dead grass out of there, and just clean it up real good. Then the moody grass will come back and spread over there. Okay. A zoysia grass takes some time to go over there. If you've got a big spot in your zoysia grass, you might have to reside it some.
Okay. And real quickly, Booker, when is a good time to have your soil tested?
Well, anytime is a good time to have your soil. Anytime to have your soil tested and everything in there. But the ideal time is in the fall of the year. Okay. Because you need to add lime to it. You can come in and add lime to it during that time. And by the time your grass begin to start needing it, it's already there. Now, on your soil pH, it's going to take some time before you get a different reading. You know, you put it down in this fall, you might see the same thing for at least about 6 months, but after then, it's going to start getting to your reading. But it will help anyway still, though. Yeah, that lime. And lime is the most important thing on your lawn grasses, because it can regulate all the other fertilizer that you put down. Okay. You know, it won't be taken up by the plant.
All right, well, there you have it from our lawn guy, Mr. Booker T. Leigh. Thanks for the information, Booker.
Thanks.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please click the subscribe button below.